Hi. Okay. This is episode. This is episode
God, are you
209.
okay?
But it's been a lot, and it's not over yet.
I know.
This is episode 297. The drums were really drummy.
They were. It's a good descriptor. Tonight, this morning, we talk about amps.
What year?
Amps and, whether or not they belong in road cases when they're this tiny.
Or whether they just fit in your Crocs.
We talked.
Stick
Right,
an amp in your Croc.
Do you want one in your shoe or on your keychain? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
We also talked about music, like just straight up Ozzy. There you go.
Ozzy.
And some albums and records and just like and Justin moved, and that explains all the rest of it.
Yes. All right.
See ya. I mean,
See ya, bye.
welcome.
I mean,
it's the tone control.
See ya, not bye.
I know we do that like every time, and it seems like it might be a bad joke, but it's real. Because we do this at the end of the show. Like, so we're like, oh, bye. Oh, wait.
Yeah. It's not really a joke. It's just that we are.
We are about to say goodbye. Yeah.
We are incompetent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. I mean.
Here we are.
Here we are. Here we find ourselves.
Yeah. At the tone control once again.
Yes. We have arrived at this location a day late and at least $1 short.
I'm broke.
Bro, I spent all my money on this house.
Yeah, right. Yeah, welcome to your new home. Welcome to Tone Control West, I guess. The new
It is
the new
actually
HQ.
east, where Tone Control West has moved slightly more east.
Okay. Oh, so you guys are a little closer to us.
Technically, we're close to you by like 8 miles out of like 990 miles or something, whatever it is.
Yeah, cool. Cool.
So, oh man, we're so close now.
Oh man, what are you doing this weekend?
Fucking A, dude. I have to have this place ready to record in by Monday.
Oh fuck. Okay,
So it's Tuesday. Yeah, I got one more week. I've been bringing over my stuff. I have I have all of my acoustic treatment stuff here except for my corner traps I have in my studio. The floor to ceiling, all 4 corners were filled. I spent part of the day today taking that stuff down, and I brought some of the insulation over. It's all sitting in like bins next to me out of view. And I have to go back because I can only bring back like half the insulation. And I got to put that up, and I got to hang the rest of my stuff. So right now it's like, it's all piled up around me, but it's not spread out. So I can hear my voice sort of echoing within this room. And it's just so stark how different it is to be in what is essentially the same room. Just my gear dropped into this space. And I've been keeping up a little bit with my like podcast duties and stuff, making sure I don't miss client deadlines. And I have to put on headphones. I'm like, I can't tell if this sounds good at all. It's bananas. I didn't know how good I had it. I'm delirious. I'm delirious with just chasing around back and forth to the old house. Luckily, I still have it until the 8th we close. So
Okay. Cool.
Oh my God.
It's moving. You're almost there.
Moving.
Yeah.
The thing, I don't know how, listen, I could fill an hour with the move and the week-ish since then story time. Yeah. So I don't want to go too crazy on it, but like,
well, I can share what I've been up to, I guess.
Yeah. Let's spread me out.
Yeah. Since we last spoke, I've been to 2 concerts, and they were each the greatest concert I've ever seen. So they're
awfully good thing you tackled them in that order.
Yeah, right. So shortly after record night last time, I went to see Bill Murray.
Nice.
Music
Oh,
Large.
yes. I saw that
Yes,
video.
not
I
the
remember
comedian.
that.
And just, my God, it was my first time at Roadrunner, which is a newer venue in Boston. If you're familiar with that area, it's over like exactly across the street from the Bruins like training facility, next to the
Oh,
New
okay.
Balance thing and down from WGBH. It's like that way.
Mhm.
But really great venue. Like, and I think I'm seeing another band there later this year. I'm really excited about it. But the show was outrageous. It was so good. Bill Murray just on stage again, not the comedian. We've been over this, but
Bill Murray, not the comedian. Yes.
yeah, and the stage presence, the energy, the sound was so good. Crazy, like just high energy performance, high energy band members. Like really, just the energy in the place was electric. So really fun. Great set list and stuff. Just amazing performers. The drummer is, I think his name is Xavier, and that dude is out of control. Like he's playing out of bounds, right? He's out of
Beyond the pale.
yeah. He's beyond yeah. Yeah, he's fallen off the edge of the
Yes.
earth there. But and then after that, a week later, I saw, not even a week later, 4 days later, I saw Ghost for the fourth
Beautiful.
time. And Ghost, this was so they do these world tours where they're the only act. There's no opener. And this was the second
How
time
long
I've
did
seen
they
them
play
do
for?
that. Like 2 hours.
Can you believe that?
This one was closer to an hour and 45, but it was still like this whole production. It's basically like seeing, it feels very much like theater, kind of this weird mix of rock concert with Cirque du Soleil or something like that. Like obviously
Whoa,
not the acrobatics, but it's like that level of effort and that level of
yeah.
synchronization and coordination and stuff like that. Very, very obviously having like a program director behind the stage and stuff like that. They're like, you can tell there's just like cues happening over in-ears and stuff like that. So it was my first experience with a show with no phones. So this was a no phone situation.
Right.
They give you a pouch and it clips together using like a, did we already talk about this? I forget who I told this to. But
I sort of half knew about this, but I didn't remember the
Okay.
details. I was going to ask you. Yeah.
Okay, so they give you a pouch on a lanyard. It's made of neoprene, and you keep your device with you, which is really great. I thought maybe we'd have to drop it in a cubby or a locker or something like that, which I was less excited about. But I got to keep my phone, and if you have an Apple Watch, it's like fine. So, you can text from it. Like you can't take pictures and stuff. The whole point is to like be
You're
in
screaming
the
into your
experience.
phone. Watch.
Yeah.
I'm still at the show.
Yeah. But it was nice. It was a nice added layer of insurance, like with Beth at home, with Jack and stuff like
Yeah.
that. If there was like a total SOS, I would be able to get that message. There were phone safe areas that were outside of the arena. You had to like walk back out into the pavilion. This is at TD Garden, by the way.
Yeah.
So the Ghost show. So somebody there would unlock your device. Like it's
They
in
have like a
it's the same
magnetic thing or
It's
something.
the same system that a clothing security tag is, where it's got the pin and it pushes into
okay.
the thing. Same thing. So they have a thing that opens that up, and you can pull your phone out, and it's your phone. So they
Still your phone in there. It was
still there.
It was
You
there
had
the
it
whole time.
Yeah. The real phone is the friends we made along the way.
No, Derek, the real phone is the one in the bag.
Yeah, the phone is coming from inside the bag.
The phone is the real phone. So there's that.
Inside the bag. Anyway, what was I saying? So they coordinated all of like the people control really well too. So that getting in, you scan the ticket on your phone, right? And then you're not allowed to have your phone. So then what? So they give you they write on a piece of paper your seat, and it's just like, seats, 6,
That
7, 8 or
seems
whatever.
very forgeable. Anyway, but you're already in.
But they validate your ticket then
Right,
anyway. So like,
right.
which happened to some people near us. They were like, you're supposed to be like in, what were they? They were in loge and they were supposed to be in balcony. So it's like, bro, you're not even on the right elevation here. so it was nice, honestly. It was nice not having my phone as a distraction, and it was nice not having everyone else's phone as a distraction.
Yeah.
Like I think really I was focusing too much on how it would make me like feel, rather than it's everyone else's. Like I can
Yeah.
put my phone away for an hour, for 2 hours. Like that's not a big deal. But seeing everyone else, so that helped a lot. I also think it kind of helped focus in on the intensity of this show, making it more of a singular experience that you couldn't even, like, there were so many moments to say, I need a picture of this. I want to take a video of this to show somebody tomorrow.
That is not what it's about. Yeah.
And which, like, I did at Bill Murray, and like I sent a video to the server and I was like, look at this, it's cool. And everyone was like, yes, concerts are cool. You know, like we still have that, but like.
But in your video, you're like dodging somebody else's phone.
Right.
Because it's the sea of phones, right?
Yeah. So like, I'm not a snob about it, I guess, but like I take pictures and videos at shows, a few, 1 or 2 or 3, not crazy, right? I try to be present, but with Ghost, it was like we're in this humongous arena. We had great seats. We were in the loge, like kind of dead center, pretty close to center, and there was so much fog, Justin.
There's so much fog they didn't need to take everybody's phones.
That's what I mean. So like, there was so much fog. Not that. Like, that's ridiculous. But it was so foggy that you couldn't see the edges of the stage. Like, you couldn't, when the show was really happening, like in the songs and stuff, you couldn't see the edges of the stage or like the rigging above the stage. And it was like, wow, I'm just in this like sensory deprivation tunnel of Ghost, period. Like, only Ghost is happening at me right now. And like all other bets are off. Like, every sense is subsumed by Tobias Forge, you know?
Right.
So it was an amazing show. Like, it was just obviously so perfect in every way. So I guess if you have the chance to see Ghost, anybody, like, do it, especially if they're the only one touring. They're the only band on the bill. Eric's asking if they've done this before. Yes. Not with the no phones thing, to my knowledge.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about I haven't seen them with the phone thing until now. Like, I don't know if they've been doing that. They've been doing it for this entire tour. I don't know if there have been other tours where they did the phone.
So maybe they were like, it's over. Phones are over from now on. But
honestly, it's like, it's kind of nice to have gone in blind, to like not have seen what the tour looks like or anything like that, other than like some high profile press photos and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
photos they control. Yeah.
Yeah. So really, really fun. Guitar amps are dead. I'm happy to report.
Update. We couldn't see the guitar amps through the fog.
No,
nobody has guitar amps anymore.
There were 3 bands on the Bill Murray night and no amps.
Nobody has to have the fake, the empty cabs on stage anymore.
Yeah. Alex, you regret not going to Ghost? Yeah, I regret you didn't go too. You should have gone. It's great. But yeah, that's what's going on here. I love concerts, man. It's just, I love them. You know, I'm going to see Sleep Token next at the end of September. And then I think like 3 weeks later, I'm seeing Elbow, actually. They never come to the States, and I'm like so pumped to see Elbow. So I think that's the show at Roadrunner. But anyway.
Outstanding.
Yeah. You moved.
I moved.
Like, it sucks, yeah.
I'm gonna sting.
Okay.
Yeah, moving does blow, but the house is great.
Good.
It's very. I feel like this is. I'm taking this too far, but I feel very impostery and new money about it, and this is because Moneybags McWife now. This is why we can make the house that we made, but like.
Yeah.
We built essentially a custom home. It's starting from a blueprint, but we made changes. But like we drew the kitchen out on paper, and we said, let's have some maple shelves here, and every countertop is a piece of granite that we picked out, and
I know what you mean by that, where it feels like who am I?
Who am I? Like,
yeah,
and so. 2 very obnoxious things happened, and one of them is my wife's fault. And
whose fault is the other thing?
Nature, randomness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just I was wondering if there was a specific detail there. Okay, go ahead.
Which do you want first?
I'm gonna whatever you prefer. Let's go
right.
with your original order.
Okay, so this put a damper on kind of the whole moving in thing, but turns out to be a little bit less of an issue now that the dust has settled. But the random active nature that happened is our contractor worked really hard to make the planned move-in date. Like, this is probably something we would have pushed back a week, but Marielle like rescheduled her clients, and it was like really going to be a problem if we missed that day. And he busted ass and got everybody to bust ass and got it done. And like a few things kind of fall through the cracks. There was a couple of tiles that got put on the next day, after we were there, and just little things like that. And there's a few things that are still going on. There's like, anyway, but it doesn't matter. Little nonsense things. But the carpet went in. The carpet's like the last thing that happens. Carpet goes in on the Wednesday, like a week before we move. So it's like carpet goes in, we have like plumbing inspection, final inspection, they can get the occupancy permit, and we move in. And sometime, probably like overnight Thursday, when nobody's here, the basement floods with water. Not like a ton, but like it soaked the whole carpet and all stained, and it smelled horrible. And the water had receded by the time anybody got in the next day to check on it. And we don't know here's the thing. We don't know. It wasn't from the sump pump area. It was potentially just construction debris and dust kind of causing a temporary block in the ejector pipe. You were just talking to me about like the U joint pump and the bubble in your HVAC, right? Your AC.
Yes. In the trap.
It's like that. Yeah. It's like this thing that like, and you almost can just tap it with a wrench and it'll like, the bubble will dislodge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could well have been that, but it was like this right after the carpet goes. So they got a bunch of
course,
fans
and also
here.
like everything that could have leaked is also new. So like that's the confusing thing,
right? And it's
like you have brand new everything.
Right. Everything's great. Everything still looks perfect. Everything still passes inspection. Yeah. It's like, what do we do? This probably won't ever happen again. It was probably like that. It's just like, a construction site.
Fluke. Yeah.
It's like dust or something makes a film, and then it eventually breaks, and then it drains again. So they dry it out. They get like a mold and mildew service in, and they're cleaning the carpet. And
cleaning your brand new carpet.
Exactly. Yep. And I'm like, I talked to him on the phone about it, and he's like, yeah, so listen, if it doesn't come out, I'll replace it. But I'm doing my best. I'm getting it done as quick as possible. They're going to be in there. They're in there cleaning right now. So he calls me back, they got the stain out. Everything's going to be fine. Your move-in's fine. The inspection went great. All systems go. So the moving company turns up. We got these 5 guys in a truck, and they fucking killed it for 7 hours and like an hour and a half off for lunch in the middle. And unbelievable. I would be just dead in a hole without these guys.
I got to tell you, Justin, I walked up and down 2 flights of stairs pretty consecutively a few hours ago, like up from the basement all the way to the top floor, back down again twice, and I wanted to die because my knees don't work anymore. And it's, so like moving, I would just like turn into a small pile of dust and clog somebody's HVAC trap,
Yeah. I mean, that's, oh God, terrible.
Wow.
But those guys were great. But we arrived here halfway through the day with the first truckload, because they actually went back and got a few more things later in the afternoon that didn't fit. And the basement still smelled horrible, and we could still see the stain. And I was like, fuck, and smells bad, so we think it's all mildew. So I chill, right? I'm like, let's not call Ross right now. Like he busted his ass to get this. Like, he'll sort it out.
He knows, yeah.
I'm gonna let this roll. So after the weekend, I call him on Monday, and we're checking it out so it's like Wednesday. It's been like 4 days. The smell is basically gone. The smell is receded to like the sump pump room. And I'm thinking maybe the carpet isn't moldy. I mean, they did get to it right away.
Okay. Yeah.
So he decides he's going to have them. It turns out he has this way of talking to me where he like kind of tells me the simplest version of the answer, and then later if I have to question it, like the whole answer comes out.
Isn't that the 80-20 rule? Like there's a term for that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like if he doesn't have me thinking about it anymore, maybe it won't be an issue kind of thing. And if I,
Sure.
it's I can see both sides of it. So whatever, I'm not like that mad about it. But he's like, okay, well, the carpet cleaning people, they're like, look, it's really hard to tell on the first application. Sometimes it's all wet at the time, it has to dry for a day after we clean it.
Takes time. Okay.
Yeah. They are not going to be surprised if there's a little shadow of a stain still there and they come back and do it again. But the point is, over those 4 days, the smell's gone, the wetness is gone. Yeah. So it really is just the sump pump didn't have a gasket on it. This is one of those little things that's fallen through the cracks, right? And we figure this out. So I'm glad I didn't bother him about it too much at the time. But we were sort of thinking, oh my God, we're going to have to pull this carpet up, brand new,
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to be that bad, but
I mean, even if it is, like, you just gotta let it take its time. Like, it's not gonna kill you, right? Like, it's not the end of the world. I know at the end of this journey that is moving and building a new house and all that, it's very, I don't know, shitty and not anticlimactic, but it does feel like the goalpost has been moved on you.
Yeah.
Like you're living here and still not really, but yeah, you're so ready for this whole thing to be done, I'm sure. And it's kind of holding on like, hey, guess what? You got to fix this thing in your basement now.
Right. I think, I'm trying to think like the last time we moved, I don't think I had any like in-person work scheduled. So like the pressure was off a little bit. I was constructing a studio in that shape for the first time. Now I feel like I knew what I was going to do. Basically, I'm just like picking up my stuff and putting it down exactly the same way because I liked how I had it.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm underestimating how long and how much effort that's going to take me by like 20, by like a factor of 4. It's and that's just my fault. But the other thing,
well, still, okay, go ahead.
This is the other annoying thing, and probably the reason this isn't actually done is my wife decided to basically buy all new furniture for this house.
Oh.
So for one thing, like we needed some different stuff. Some of it is pretty justifiable. Some of it is just she just wanted this place to be what it should be. You know what I mean? She's going for it, and she makes the big bucks now. So
I get that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like she orders all new furniture, which means we received
you have twice as much furniture.
Well, not really, because some stuff we got rid of. We were pruning down beforehand and stuff. But I've been so for the first like 4 days we were here, I was just assembling the Lovesac couch and putting together flat pack. I mean, it came over here in the moving truck great because it was all flat pack still.
Sure.
I didn't let her unpack any of it. But then I've been just assembling furniture, and I haven't had time to set this up.
Which is really like work your job.
Out here. Yeah. So now it's like we're basically on the other side of it. There's only a couple of things left which are really not important, so we've backburned them. But I didn't like unpack my boxes. Like I didn't have any of my kitchen stuff. We just like nothing but takeout for like 4 days because all my kitchen was still in boxes because she was like, we can't unpack until this furniture is away. That's what irritated the shit out of me. I was like, what are you doing to me? So it's like 4 days after we moved in, I can finally look at the place and go, oh, wow. And I finally I mounted the TV. We got our new TV that's been in the box for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And,
so it's not, it's just like all your stuff, but not feeling like home. It's just like a place where all your stuff is. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So we're just about to the other side of it. I'm at the point now where I really can just kind of concentrate here. And
a little at a time. Yeah.
Clean up the old house. I got to go cut the old lawn too. It's getting kind of nasty. I saw it today.
Oh, the actual old. You're not saying that isn't like, the old house.
No.
You mean like the actual old house?
No, here we had sod put in
nice.
Fucking end of July, and keeping a whole yard full of sod alive in the summer. Great. Oh. Awesome job. Awesome choice. But I wasn't going to not do it because then my dogs have muddy paws and it's terrible. Mm-hmm. So fuck.
Man.
So today, my parents brought over a bottle of wine with a ribbon on it, and we opened it today. This is my normalcy, and Mario's in there watching TV on our on our new TV. There you go.
That's the best. There we go.
Yeah.
Cheers. Ding. Just like
Ding.
flick my
Ding
mic. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Good job.
How
Oh man. How shit.
This
Yeah, dude.
house shit is easy.
I'm friggin' I'm teaching right now. I'm halfway through my class.
Yeah.
And I say this with a lot of reservation, I guess, but let me put it gently. These kids, I'm going to call them kids as a pejorative because they're definitely not. These kids are wasting my damn time.
Oh no! Don't they know you're who's grading them?
They do. Yes.
They should really try to not upset you.
They do. It's evening out a little bit, but I feel like what's going to be our generation's version of like we walked uphill both ways is going to be I got my degree before AI took off. So,
yeah.
I'm getting a little bit of that going. I don't need to dive into all of that right now, but I have a feeling a few students are just like whole cloth handing the course to AI, and it's like, it's probably this, except like they're not reading it either, so it's just wrong, and I'm making them redo a bunch of work. So I have to then look at incorrect stuff, tell them it's wrong, tell them how to do it right, like all of this.
Do you have some kind of filter that can catch the AI stuff pretty quick, or?
We have a plagiarism filter, but not a filter, but a catcher. It's like it just
is that
they
turn
still
it
submit.
In?
It is turn it in.
Okay.
And we use that, but the thing about AI checkers is that they're basically all wrong.
Right.
Like they just don't work. So
it's going to be an arms race forever. If they ever get off the ground, it's just going to be an arms race anyway.
Yes. So, what do you call someone who used ChatGPT to pass med school? They call them doctor. Yeah. The last person in their class at Harvard still has a degree from Harvard. Like we say that all the time at work, but it's I don't know. It's interesting. I've been over this a few times with a few students. Like there's a place for it in the classroom, I think, because like we just literally cannot separate this now, but also it's not doing your work for it. And also kind of how dare you in the arts? What is the matter with you? Right.
Of all the places. Yeah.
Of all the places, like I'm using AI every single day, but I work in operations. Like I'm helping a department do its work. You know what I mean? Like I'm not creating arts. Like I'm not in the arts as my field of work. So it's kind of like, guys, this is an introductory graphic design course.
It's like
what are you doing? Like this is the worst
anytime you hear
place.
about AI on the news, it's going to be because somebody inappropriately used it in some kind of media to create media instead of a person whose job you're trying to become qualified for.
And I see the chatter among students sometimes like, well, joke's on them. When they graduate, they'll just be unequipped, and that's not your problem. And okay, and sure.
Well, that's not right. I mean,
it's
half
not
and half
entirely
though,
true.
right? Because you
depends on the field.
You want somebody, like if somebody's degree has your name on it, so to speak, then you want them to be qualified.
Yes.
I mean, it's not just like not my problem. Like unless you're handing
as
them
in like
F,
other students who are upset about like cheapening the experience and
I'm
stuff.
sorry. Yes.
I didn't say that. Sorry. Yeah, a lot of students are like using it in these like peer-to-peer discussion areas and stuff. So it's like, well, if we're just having our AI bots talk to each other, what's the point?
They're going to switch to the beeps so that they don't have to speak in language anymore.
Yes. So
awesome.
I don't know. It's just some of that. Like the other thing is this is a very introductory course, very introductory. So it's kind of like you're gonna try that now. Okay. Like so, maybe this isn't.
We're brushing the dust off early.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also, I think you can just tell. You can tell student writing, early student writing, is not that good. It's not as good as AI. You can just tell.
So the
AI is too good.
AI writes better.
AI is too good. And these are not writing students. That's the thing. Like they're a lot of game design and development students. There are a lot of like elective people who are like, I'm in here from a psychology program, or I'm in here from a business program. So all walks. But anyway, we can talk about some guitar, I guess. But anyway, it's making me like, guys, God friggin' damn it. Like, can you please? I try to approach the course like I'm here to get you an A. Like I'm going to get you an A. But you got to do it. Like we're a team, not you, me, and ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Like it's you and me. So anyway, whatever.
Right. That's the teacher thing, right? Like I'm literally giving you the answers. It's not.
Yeah.
a trick. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm trying to have you know the answer.
Yeah.
Sometimes that means telling you.
Yeah. What grade do I teach? I teach undergraduate fundamentals of design. Like I'm teach for the university I work for on the side, like part-time. It's technically an overtime situation. So, but I will say most of our students are not your 18, 19, 20s. They're like continuing ed people. So people
like
my age and older.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty different situation. But undergrads do not give a single shit. You're right. So anyway, there's been some guitar news, and
there has.
I'm excited to talk about it because yet again, I'm going to confirm amplifiers are dead. So give me a stinger.
I can tell that this is going to sound bad before I say it. And that's not going to stop me. But speaking of dead, should we touch on the fact that Ozzy Osbourne died?
Okay, we can.
Yeah. Because what's funny is this has caused me to kind of realize, for one thing, it was how uncanny it was. It's almost like he was waiting, right, for the big celebration and show to happen. It's kind of sweet and touching and everything that it kind of went down the way it did. Also, like, trying to figure out, I was trying to explain to my daughter, like, first of all, it's like, who is this person, Ozzy? Right? And it's like, well, how do I explain what Ozzy Osbourne clearly means to music and that genre of music, while also being like, I was never really a fan of his music. Like, I never really got into it. I think Crazy Train's a pretty good song. I don't know if I really like any other Black Sabbath song. And I usually, when I hear him, I go, not for me. I kind of feel like if that was the sort of inception of heavy metal, well, I'm glad round 2 got it much closer to what I would want to listen to, kind of thing, is how I felt.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's interesting, right? So
but you need round 1 to happen to get to round 2, like, of course.
Right. Yeah. It's like, having respect for this thing under those circumstances, this is what I was trying to explain to her and totally failing. She does not freaking get it. She's like, I don't understand what you're saying to me at all.
Yeah, it is an interesting thing, especially with the context of Black Sabbath and then his lengthy solo career.
Yeah.
I think, like, it wasn't just a flash in the pan, like the guy from Black Sabbath. It wasn't that, Yeah. I was listening to Ozzy today, I think, or yesterday and today a bunch. It's been Ozzy and Ghost for me for 2 weeks. So,
I think it was on at the restaurant we were in.
Yeah.
And that's why it came up.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. They were just playing like an all Black Sabbath playlist or something.
That's cool. Like, I agree. The Black Sabbath riffs, there was nothing heavier than that when that happened.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a thing that I find really interesting and cool, and I enjoy that type of detail. But like, you can't talk about like what's going on today without mentioning bands like Black Sabbath. Anyway, when I was learning guitar as a kid, I was, of course, introduced to things like Crazy Train and Randy Rhoads. And I've listening today and this week and stuff realized, like, wow, I love Randy Rhoads. And I just having all of these kind of trip down memory lane kind of nostalgia feelings about my early guitar days, hearing these songs for the first time and just like, what is this guitar tone and what is this playing? And he died when he was 25. And like, it blows my mind sometimes, like how that all gets connected and stuff. And, then enter Zakk Wylde. Like nowadays seems like guitar culturally, like kind of an oaf, like an ogre, right? Like he's just this dude that's like bumbling and huge and like menacingly powerful on his instrument and stuff like that. But like, yes, he looks completely different from how he sounds. But honestly, No More Tears fucking slams. Like that song is so good. But anyway, I don't know. I think Ozzy, let's not forget like Ozfest and what that did for heavy music at the time. Because this was like Korn, Slipknot, Limp Bizkit, like all of these bands were hitting this new festival stage for the first time, like totally thanks to Ozzy. So Iron Maiden at Ozfest in '04. Like, what the fuck? That's cool. And I think like after the popularity of his solo stuff kind of tapered off, I think that was really the legacy musically, and then like the TV show and all that. But yeah, it's weird. It's
Derek, I knew you'd set me straight. I knew if I started that like a little bit and just laid it there, you'd be like, well.
I think I don't feel as strongly about Ozzy's passing. Like, it's obviously sad and it is affecting me. I think I know I don't feel the same way as I do when Eddie Van Halen passed away. That like hit me a lot harder as like a surprise. I was surprised to be like so in touch with that. But I don't know, but kind of thinking about it a little bit more the last few days and stuff. And I did actually delay a bunch of like, I'm not going to go deep dive Ozzy right now. I just need like some processing time, I think.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, laziness maybe. But yeah, Randy Rhoads, freaking, God damn it. What was he doing? We were not ready. I think that's the thing. Like, that's the thing about like music, right? We were not ready for this. And that's when it's good, is like when you're not ready and when the world is not ready for Black Sabbath, that's when you need it the most.
Yeah. It could probably go both ways, right? Like is that what like really good up the middle pop music, like when somebody just writes a song that's going to be one of those eternal pop songs, that's when we were ready for it. And then there's the other kind of amazing, going to be with us forever, and that's, you know,
no one could have seen this
Train
coming,
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The counterculture version of it is, you know, you weren't ready, but you know, humans adapted and they adapted precisely at the right speed, and it all clicked.
Yeah. Goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, go listen to some Ozzy.
Yeah, you know, I should. There's probably a bunch of songs that
There's a bunch of songs you probably know.
I probably know, and like it'll come on. I'll be like, oh yeah, because that's what happened. Is like we're in this restaurant and like Crazy Train comes on. I'm like, yeah, like I especially in the beginning, I'm like, right, and then when it kicks into when that first riff
turns
is over,
major for no reason,
it kicks into the other riff after that, and that's when I kind of like I wasn't paying attention to it, so that's when I kind of like in my mind it goes, oh wait, this is Crazy Train, this is Black Sabbath. Oh,
no, Crazy Train is Ozzy.
It's
Ozzy solo.
Oh, see, I don't know shit. Like,
yeah, that's Ozzy solo, man. What album
well,
was that
maybe
on?
that's why I just said that's the song I like. I like that a lot better.
Was that I don't know. I think Blizzard of Oz is the one to check out. Diary of a Madman is also the one to check out. Those were the two that really set me straight when I was a kid. That was just like, what are these friggin' songs? Mr. Crowley is the weirdest friggin' song. It's got this like super like obscure synth intro. It's kind of like, I don't know, the arrangement is odd, and it's got these like, you can tell the guitar amp is fighting for its life. And I think that's the thing. There's a lot of that going on with that kind of music. So actually, we can pivot a little bit more to like other stuff. I've been listening to a lot of Gin Blossoms lately because we're getting ready for 90s Night. It's coming up this Friday.
Yep.
And I've been like, I haven't listened to Gin Blossoms properly in a while, so I've been doing that. The drums in Gin Blossoms songs have the riff.
That's interesting. You know,
maybe not the riff, but like the most interesting.
It's the main part of the song. It's the trunk.
Yes, right. It is, but also the sound of the drums is so humongous. On like, Hey Jealousy, of course. We're doing Follow You Down, and listening to all the other stuff, all the other instruments. It's like, yeah, this sounds like those instruments of the day. Like, it feels very like in place and in time for that kind of recording. But the drums, for some reason, seem to really stand out. They're really, really roomy sounding, really echoey and kind of big space sounding, which seems to not go against what the vibe is of that music. But it just seems like, why does it sound this way?
Really drummy, Eric. The drums were really drummy.
Yeah, great.
Oh my God.
So that's my thing about Gin Blossoms. They're good. They're really good. Go listen to Gin Blossoms too. Like they're just, I don't know why I love that band and I just never think about it, you know?
I think that's interesting when the trunk of the song, I refuse to say the hook because it's not always the hook. That's not really what I'm talking about. But the when I say the trunk, which I am going to try to make a thing now because I really like it.
That.
It's like if you're especially if you're considering what the genesis of the whole song was, like this song when it came together in concept, what was the start of that concept? What was the foundation that everything else got laid on top of? What is the first layer of the cake? And when that's not the melodic instrument, this is what I'm saying. It's like a lot, most of the time I feel like maybe this is because I'm not like a multi-instrumentalist or whatever, but like it's always the melodic instrument is how I would conceive of something. And it seems that way for a lot of things. I went back, this is a couple of weeks ago, I was going through just old crap, but the band Glassjaw. Did you ever listen to them?
Not a ton. Like I got more into them in my later years, but not when they were really like new and big.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I have the right band. This is like a long time ago, but it was, the deal was that the trunk of their songs, the foundation that started the writing process of every song was the bass.
Okay.
That's what they said. So in that band, it was always the bass had the inception, had the first, like the chords or the riff or whatever you want to think of it, like the framework.
So go ahead. Sorry.
I just think it affects their music. Like their music is very different. The guitar work ends up being very different. It's so
the guitar
decorative
work ends up being
instead
in
of foundational.
Response to the bass.
Yeah, exactly. And
so
yeah.
I was thinking about, again, Sleep Token. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But this whole thing about the new album, people are like, there's not enough riffs. It occurred to me like, well, you're looking for riffs in the guitars, and that's not where they are. Like the riffs are elsewhere on an album like that.
The riffs are like with Sleep Token, they're an emergent property of all of that sound. It's like when it comes out of the speakers and interacts with itself in the air, it forms you know what I mean?
Riff. Yeah.
It's like that. Like you don't know what the fuck was the trunk of any of those songs.
No, God, no.
Absolutely not.
No.
Like I can't conceive of creating music like that because I don't have the power in my own mind. Dude. But like how would you do that? It's like you have to be able to think without an instrument. I feel like, right?
I don't know.
Because I can't. Like I don't think about I don't think about creating music without thinking through an instrument.
When I was doing guitar in Delaney, I tried to get this thing of like when the songs had a thing about them that we were trying to grab onto. Yeah. I was calling that the quote unquote thesis statement of our song. Like, what is the sonic thesis statement?
It's very English major of you.
Well, hey, I was in school at the time, you know. So
love it.
Yeah, but just like, what is the single? I don't know what else to call it. I guess the thing you could distill down into its purest form.
The quantum of the song,
The song will always need to be itself, right? The thing you couldn't remove, and it wouldn't be that song anymore. So yeah, kind of a similar thing, but we were also talking about things like it's the beat or it's the rests in the bass part is the thesis statement, or like it's the tempo, or what is the thing that we really want to have like be the thing for this song. So yeah, I just think the riff can be elsewhere. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Should we do our actual topic?
Oh, sorry.
This is so long.
This one's very long. All right. It was very cool, but I'll stop it.
Earthquaker Devices has released a pedal called Easy Listening.
So they have.
And Easy Listening is an analog amp simulator, and it costs $99. And there's one knob on it and no screen. And it's in a little mini enclosure. Huh? There's no fucking foot switch on it either, because why would you ever need to turn it off? So this is it's got one knob, dude. This is a headphone amp. So it's got a stereo headphone amp out. No controls, no IR loaders, no nothing, not even a USB. Like you can't even get in there. and change stuff.
Oh, wow.
This is
okay.
this is a Fender 65
But does it
Deluxe.
have Bluetooth? No? Okay.
No, not that I know of. It's a Fender 65 Deluxe in a little mini enclosure. And
I noticed the headphone icon.
yeah, they're specifically saying it's a headphone amp.
So could I plug it into an FRFR or something?
I mean, that's my question for you. Like, what is stopping this from going into
Probably
something
nothing,
else?
right?
Yeah,
Except,
like is that just how they're choosing to talk about it? As in, like, this is for your headphone solution?
Is there really a difference? I don't think so. Unless you're worried it's going to be high impedance, but that's not an issue. Like I'm sure FRFR cabs, like you could DI box it if you want. So basically, if you got a Y cable instead of a headphone, you could plug it into 2 channels of your. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't see what the issue is.
So it
Does
says
it even do
compact.
anything stereo? Maybe it doesn't.
No. Like, I think it's just the stereo presence of that amp. Like, it was captured in stereo, but I don't think it's.
Okay.
I don't know.
So very subtly, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a TRS, like that's all it says. But so it's a compact personal headphone amp that fits on any pedal board. I would agree. I think you could fit this under a pedal board.
I would agree. You could fit this in your shoe.
You could keep it in your pocket.
It's like in your Crocs and you're turning the knob with your toe.
You a Crocs guy?
My daughter got some. I've never worn any, but I will tell. Actually, hold on. I think Crocs makes the best sandals on earth, and I think that other shoe companies should contract Crocs to make the soles of their shoes.
They should white label it.
They should white label the soles of any shoe that you want to be like something that you can depend on and like be on your feet all day.
Give me the Croc version.
Nobody fucking makes
Would you say that they're the trunk of the shoe industry?
They are a fucking pillar of that industry. I mean, I mean it. Like I've had several pairs of Crocs. I've worn them flat, and it's undeniable.
I have a pair of proper Crocs right now that were a gift. Because and they've turned into my they're the soul of the industry. All right, get out. They've turned into my I probably shouldn't wear them out of the house anymore kind of shoes. They're just like absolute shit kickers for around the house.
Yeah,
but they're great. They're fucking great. Anyway,
aren't they?
Yeah, and they can stomp on pedals, but you don't need to because this one doesn't have a foot switch. You like that segue? It says it's a Class AB amp section with 100% analog circuitry. Recreates
well, you
the
mean it's a model of that? Sorry,
an explosive feel of a traditional combo amp, the Fender 65 Deluxe.
The 65 Deluxe is a perfectly good amp to be simming.
Output can either drive a pair of headphones or be used to send a direct signal to a recording console for session work.
I love the idea of somebody who's doing session work. Session work to me, that word gets used when you're being paid, right, Eric?
Paid a lot and probably paid pretty regularly.
You know what I mean? Like if you're doing session work, it means you are not in the band and they brought you in because you are fucking excellent.
You're the closer.
And they need to get the job done. That's right. You're the closer. And you roll in and you pull out of your Croc, I assume, this $99 trunk of the Guitar World and plug it right into your EMI console.
Damn.
Right straight into the console.
But what is this? $100.
Oh, Derek, it is an amp simulator.
I know, but
I thought you knew that. Okay.
I know. There's been other stuff that's pretty cheap.
Yeah, I mean, think of all the stuff they could leave out of this. They put the chip in there. And that's it.
Yeah, and a knob,
right?
A volume knob.
All the stuff where they have to, and then now they have to do R&D. They have to make it work, and they have to make it controllable, and they have to there's not even have a USB port on it. Like no Bluetooth antenna. Wait, I wonder if you remember the TC's tone print where you could play play like fax machine sound into the pickups of your guitar?
I loved that. I loved that so
because
much.
this one could do that technically, even with no other ports.
Tone printing amps. Someone take this idea.
I wonder if you could amp print the amps. So what you do is it's like a Kemper, right? But you take your guitar pickup and you hold it up to the amp.
Hold it to the amp. Yeah.
And you're plugged into your little Earthquaker fucking thing, and it copies the amp through your pickup.
I saw a video of a guy taking a small, what was it, the TC Flashback Mini, just a little regular delay pedal, and had a patch cable going from the output to the input, right? But he was like, what? We do this sometimes as guitarists, like for no real reason. And it's like, well, what is happening here? We can't hear it. What would this sound like? So he made a split off the output. So the output still went to the input, but there was one like tapped off and coming out. And so he would like play a note and then like could play with the pedal and stuff. And it was just hellish. It was just absolute
So is it
madness.
different? Is it different than just having the feedback like almost 200% or?
It seemed
beyond
different because it's
100%,
just like perpetually feeding into itself, but then also new guitar signals coming in and through. I think the catch might have been that those TCs have analog drive-through, so maybe that's why it was like.
So it was actually building up.
Yeah,
it's just becoming.
But I don't know.
Complete noise.
So when I saw this announced, the Earthquaker thing, I think part of why I wanted to put this in the notes is not that I'm surprised to see this from Earthquaker, but I am very curious to see about stuff like this, modelers coming from smaller brands that are not the big names in amps. So what is it? Walrus Audio has theirs, the ACS one, but that's much larger and more expensive than this. And a different approach. It's more of a competitor to the Iridium. So what else? When I saw this announced, there were 4 available on Sweetwater. They were like, act fast. You know, this thing was just announced. And then an hour later, they were gone. And they're still not back in stock. So I think people are curious. And for $100.
There's very low stock because there's one guy who makes them. It's actually point-to-point Fender Deluxe inside there. It's very miniaturized. He's working with a microscope, but it takes him.
You should see the size of that soldering iron.
It takes him a few days to get one of these together. But because what did you say earlier that it's a Class AB?
Yeah, that's what it says. Class AB.
It doesn't say it's a model of a Class A. I mean, I think
Class AB amp section.
Class AB amp section. See, I'm telling you, he did it. He miniaturized it, and he's point-to-pointing.
Tomorrow I can't go for some reason, but I think I have practice. But Earthquaker devices.
You're thinking of something. I was thinking about the Copper Sound class. Never mind. That's where you're going.
Well, there's that, but yeah, I can't attend that either. But Earthquaker is going to be at the local guitar store here doing a clinic.
Eric, can you get there and ask them how hard it was to point inside this tiny enclosure, please?
Ask them where they keep their shrink ray.
Honey, I shrunk the Fender Deluxe.
So, there we go.
Most op amps have Class AB output sections. So the only thing is it the only requirement of being Class AB that you're pretty inefficient as an amplifier goes? Is that what it is? Because I'm picturing like, this means it's tubes, right? It's like microscopic tubes.
Ultra micro. Yeah.
Anyway.
So that's the thing in the show notes. There you go.
Excellent. Great work, Derek.
Thanks.
I appreciate that.
I pasted it in there real well.
Yeah. He did it with
Eric says he thinks it's an interesting take on amp modeling. I think this feels like a different thing than modeling. I don't think it's bad. Can you not control things and that freaks us out? I'm not freaked out by this pedal, I think.
No, I kind of I think this is natural. I think like stuff the size and scope of the Iridium was a natural progression too. And I was like, we're going to find this spot, right? This spot between, Helix, total control of everything and the touchscreeny kind of nature of it. And then just like, okay, but here's this one. And it always sounds like this, which is like
features.
When you have an actual amp, it's like, here's this one. I have, a lot of amps. I don't know. I do you need those tone adjustments? I don't know. Maybe not. You know what I mean? The tone controls on an actual amp. Do you really need the tone control? Because I think we're having a crisis here.
Yeah. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Just fucking vanished.
Turns out the belief in our necessity was the only thing keeping us alive.
Right. All these years. Stares at Patreon subscription. Yeah, if we vanish, the Patreon will still continue.
We're gonna be like Marty McFly, my hand in front of my face. Right?
Yeah. So, I don't think it's a bad thing. No, I don't think it's a bad thing. I do think it occupies very separate space in my mind, though. Like, it's not a...
Yeah.
I would use it for something else. I wouldn't use it for my band, maybe. But I would...
Yeah, probably not.
Like, if I'm tinkering with a little board... Yeah, or if I'm tinkering with a board or something and I'm, like, hooked up to my computer or, like, whatever.
Headphones.
Like something small like that would be nice.
I think it's very cool.
Out of the way.
If you're the kind of person who has a few amps, like this isn't really different than that, right? It's like, well, I have this one right now.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But this is like a thing that fits. Okay. Maybe this is it. It's pedalizing the amp sim thing. Like it's not having a bunch of options. It's like when I have a guitar pedal, like it makes its one sound, right?
Yeah. The Tube Screamer is the Tube Screamer only.
Right.
It doesn't also do a DS1.
Yeah. And so it's like a non-multi effect. I think it makes perfect sense.
Actually, yeah, because the Iridium and the ACS1 both have like 3 amps. You know, it's still a way stripped back thing.
It's pared down.
But when I bought the Rev, I wasn't like, is it also a JC120? No, I was not concerned with that because it's just, That's interesting because that state of mind about all of this, tube amps are better, modelers are better, is something that doesn't come over very often, right? Like nobody's out there saying like, well, yeah, but the 5150 just always is that. Like if you own, like you're saying, if you own that amp, that's the one you have. That's what it sounds. That's your amp sounds like.
Right. And this is like I mean, there's going to be a bunch of people out there for whom it's like this can slap onto the end of their pedal board, and they're great, job done. You know,
Eric's asking if the true difference is cabinet simulation. I mean, this thing has the cabinet sim from that amp, which is a combo. But I think is that the difference between like full bore modeling? I don't think so. I wouldn't say that because there's still an impulse response in there. It's just that you can't change it.
Yeah.
So, I like it. Also, perhaps a really solid candidate for a future tone control giveaway.
Yeah. Shit.
Just saying.
Just
we could be like, we're giving away an amp. Comes on a keychain.
If we do it, do you think we can do that? Can I drill a hole in it and put a split ring in there? And then we'll send it out?
Attach one to like one of the screw feet or whatever, you know? I'll 3D print a new case.
I want to put it right in the corner. I want to drill through the corner and put a split ring right in the end of it.
I bet you could. That'd be so awesome, dude. Oh my God. Hey, what's on your keys? It's a guitar amp.
Put it on a caster. Oh wait, can we get a flight case for it? I would love to put it in like a
what is
like
funnier?
A 6x4 flight case with like four tiny casters on the bottom.
What's funnier? An entire flight case that's like this big, right? That just holds the pedal,
It's got the
Or
latches.
yeah, the butterfly latches, but they're very tiny, right?
Yeah.
Is that funnier than it being in an enclosure for a 412? Like, it's in the
Oh, so you have a 412 flight case and you open it up and
where
it's
it's like
sitting there at the
where
bottom.
the lid comes off and the
Yeah.
amp stays in the base, right? It's just the pedal.
There's a bit of the
pressed
foam.
into foam.
It's cut into the pick and pull foam in the bottom, right? This perfect
It's
spot
one
for it.
square of foam has been plucked out. But I'm picturing
You
also
wheel that in, right? And they're like, okay, put
The
that
look-
over there on the stage.
the look of the 412 cabinet, right?
Yeah.
Also filled with foam, and there's only one little tiny piece sticking.
Right.
Oh man. So
So
cool.
yeah. What happens? What happens now?
Now we get out of here. Do you have a thing of the week? Is your thing of the week
Watering your grass? I don't know.
my thing of the week? Did I have one? I did, and I forgot what it was. Crap. Looking through, trying to remember. I don't know, man. Oh, I do. I remember now.
Okay.
It's an album. It's from a band called. Give me a stab, first of
Okay.
all.
Right. Yes.
Whoa. We got to get this one out of here. All right. Next.
Next. Fired. You're fired. I wish I knew which one that was. I'd go delete it right now.
Let's see. The band is Arcadia. Arcadea. Did we talk about this? Did I send this to you?
I feel
Maybe I
like it
mentioned it
has
in the
come to
server.
my attention. I bet you talked about it on Discord.
Yeah. So Arcadia is a synth metal band fronted by Brand Daler, who's the drummer from Mastodon. And he's got a really awesome style about his stuff. He's like one of the, everyone in Mastodon is a vocalist, but his stuff is like very cool. And it's synth metal. It's metal, but with no guitars. And it's very interesting to hear heavy, heavy music without guitars. So that's my recommendation. It's just like a cool experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put that shit in the notes.
It's very trippy. It's like very like bleeps and bloops and spacey and like very I don't know, acid trippy, I guess. Like the artwork even suggests like it's all over the place, but it's very cool. It's very cool music. So the band is called Arcadia, and check it out.
Arcadia and check it out. What a fun name.
I'll send it to you now. Did you listen to any of the stuff I was able to send you? I sent you?
I listened to Yips.
The Yips, yeah.
The Yips today.
love that
I think I only got through like 4 songs while I was driving around today. Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
And like I kept trying to decide, like I was trying to like make a little tick list of the different things that I feel like I can hear as influences in there. And it's an interesting mix,
This may inform that discovery because it informed mine. I only just recently learned that Chris Walla produced that album. And I think that answers a lot of questions. So
yeah. Interesting.
I also heard in an interview or something like that, every track, so that it's like a big air quotes concept album, that the album is kind of taking place in this local dive bar called Yips Bar or something like that.
Yeah.
And every song is a perspective or like a story from someone at the bar. Like it's just the locals and they're kind of chatting through the night. And all the videos that are coming out for this album suggest that too. So that's all kind of all in the same place with the same people, 4 or 5 videos. And so anyway, yeah.
That's not the only thing I listened to that you sent me. I also listened to, hold on, going back to the library button,
to Big?
Spirit Box.
Oh yeah.
Spirit Box, very, very cool album.
Very cool album. Their
And
second
then
one.
what else have I listened to? The Postal Service I listened to recently.
Oh,
I just showed it to my daughter because she was, she discovered Owl City.
no shit.
And after wanting to kind of repeat a few of those songs for a while, I was like, because she tends to like over listen to things. I was like, okay, can we do something different? And I was like, let me show you this.
Let me show you who they owe it all to.
Here is probably why this exists, right? And she was like, yeah, great. And then after we listened to that album, she's like, that was really good. I like that. And then I put on Death Cab for Cutie, and she was like, I mean, I get it, but
I get it.
It's not, that was not on the right side of the line for her. She's like,
That's
it's like,
funny.
fine, I'm not going to dig that one out
Yeah.
again, you know?
Yeah, okay.
Interesting.
Cool.
The Postal Service is fun. That's another listen where I go back and I'm like, nowadays, and I definitely couldn't hear this in the past, nowadays I can hear how cheap the production is on that. And like,
Like
no,
how light it is, or
no,
like,
well, just like no vocal tuning.
yeah.
I don't, and I think like part of it is just all of our ears and sensibilities have just grown up in the world, and you just can't tolerate out of tune vocals anymore. And like I'm listening to it now and I was like, wow, never noticed this before, but like, yeah, this is definitely not tuned, and I can tell. And it's interesting that like thing spread over the world, that.
I noticed that in some early like sample driven hip hop, where it's like the sample you can tell is not at the same tempo
Yeah. Oh, right.
as the rest of the song, and it's
they're
like they're just going to let it
freehanding the
fit.
tempos. Yeah.
Yeah, they might just let it fit in anyway, and
Yeah.
that's always a little off putting, because for me it's like I just notice it is very incorrect, and I can't help but be like that little sample is rushing, or it's like they're not going to catch the beat if that were to keep going. But
I do think that's the same.
Yeah.
Another side of the same phenomena, right? Like our sensibilities as a species, as a music listening species have been shaped. Yeah. Yes, Alex, it is cultural. Like it's cultural and technological, and they've we've been influenced by the technology, and now it's like, this is probably not true for everybody, but like it sticks out to me now. And it's like now, and something about back then, like obviously I still could hear pitch when the Postal Service came out,
Yeah.
but there was just more
know.
tolerance. There was more tolerance, I think.
Right. Like, did you notice it as out of tune then, and you're just like, that's just how it is, and like just kind of liked it, or disregarded it, or what, or didn't
I don't
notice?
remember thinking that it was out of tune. I was surprised.
It's weird how that happens.
Like, just to, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like if there was a chance that this recording had been altered, you know what I mean? Because I know it's a digital recording and it couldn't be, that I'm like, well, apparently I didn't hear it then. And that's the real question.
I love kind
is
of
it that I
re-listening
couldn't?
to stuff like that.
Yeah. Is it that I couldn't, or is that I didn't? I think it's a combination, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been re-listening to some stuff with like it feels like my new adult ears. Like, as I kind of know what to listen for in the way that I like to listen to music, the things that I want to pull out, and the things like, well, what's the drum riff? Like, what's the guitar doing? What's the bass? I'm listening more critically than I did when I was a kid. So revisiting that old stuff, and like we've talked about this before, like, oh, that old Coheed stuff is very different. That old Thrice stuff is very like, what? But at the time, you're just like, this is the hugest thing I've ever heard, and I don't care, right? Like that's all that matters. But hey, new Thrice coming out, by the way.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's a new single out. It's cool.
Thrice,
big, real big.
Gotta do it.
I think it's Horizons, with a Horizons sequel, Horizons West, I guess, East. I don't know which one they did first.
Oh, they're doing another concept set.
I think it's West. God damn it. This one. The sequel to this one.
Cool.
This game with
Tone
3D
Control
glasses.
South. Does it look like anything in 3D glasses?
No. Anyway, should we? Should we?
We should. We should. Thanks,
it's very hot
everybody.
in my office, guys.
Okay, sorry about that. My room has a mini split now. I have dedicated cooling out here, and it is fucking awesome. That is the, you know what? Thing of the week.
Mini split.
$3,000 mini split that's in my studio now, because my other studio would get so hot so quickly.
There we go. Yeah. It's still well over 80 degrees here. It's gross at 9 p.m. So it's awful.
Same. Okay. Thank you all for listening, and thank everybody who is a supporter of the show, and even the people who aren't, because technically you're still here.
Kind of are, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that works too. I'm going to play the outro button, and it's going to work. First try. Hey, this went pretty well. Sorry we didn't make Monday. Glad we're still going to stay on our release schedule and getting back in the saddle over here. So thanks for hanging out. And what else do I usually say?
Sorry, I'm chatting.
Links in the show notes.
Yeah.
The patrons who support the show are... Here we go. Here we freaking go. Microtron, RBP 90. Oh, I get it. Patent mark applied for. Nice. Carson Ricketts, Matthew Fenslaw, Ryzen Wolf, Bigow 69420, Average Andrew D2, Shunright of Lollygagger Effects, and Eric Tone. Thanks.
Thanks, Eric Tone.
Thanks, Eric Tone. Thanks to Eric and Alex for hanging out. It was fun.
Yeah,
See you next time.
Cool to see you guys. Oh, bye. Meow.
Bow.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow.